The injury update here. We've got Brendan Langley was limited today. Cody Lattimore was limited. Obviously, Paxton Lynch was DNP. Bradley Roby was DNP, the same ankle as last week. Jamal Charles was DNP with a vet day. Talib was DNP with a vet day. And Damatop Peko was DNP with a vet day. Questions?
Hey, Coach. Tom Roder with the Colorado Springs.
Hey, how are you?
Good. We've got about 40,000 active duty troops and 80,000 veterans. I'm hearing from nearly all of them about
Sure.
the negative.
Yeah.
How do you address that particular crowd going forward?
Well, obviously, I've addressed this on 2 different occasions, and my personal stance I've stated. I've also stated the player stance, and in my opinion, talking to the players, the nailing was never directed to the military. Now, this thing has grown. It's evolving every day, and I'm not sure. We all know what it's about anymore, and that's the issue, in my opinion. But our players, they have great respect for the military, in my opinion. So that was not the initial cause, if I stand corrected on that. But it's getting to be a confusing topic. And I said Monday that politics and football don't mix, and I want to keep it separate from our team. But obviously, it's an issue, and we've got to address it.
With the bye week coming up next week, I know you guys treat every game big, but
Sure.
How much can be said about momentum when you go into that? Really early break this season for you.
Well, obviously, winning obviously, gives you momentum, and obviously having to break this early and coming out of it with a win, that's critical, for us. But having a bye early, it doesn't matter, Our focus is the Oakland Raiders, and that's Sunday afternoon. That's our only focus right now. It's the game Sunday.
Around here, obviously, the Raider week has always been big for the fans, and I think it kind of died down a little bit with the players because Oakland wasn't quite there. Now they're there again. You kind of see that rejuvenated.
Absolutely, it's always been a great rivalry. And that being said, both teams are 2-1. It's a divisional game. Both teams lost last week, so it's going to be a fun game Sunday to watch. I promise you that.
I'm sorry, what are your thoughts on Red Miller's passing? He was an icon here.
Yeah, I talked to Coach and his wife, I think back in May, when he was put into the Ring of Fame for the stadium there. Obviously, our prayers go out to him and his family, and we pray for him.
Your tackles have gone up against some pretty steep competition. How do you feel they fared, and how do you think they'll do against the
Right. They've competed, well against the speed rushers, and that's a huge issue in this league, blocking speed rushers every week. Obviously, Mac is a special player. So, that being said, we have a game plan to block Mac. It won't just be on those guys to block him, one-on-one all the time. Now, again, you can't help both guys. So, from time to time, they have to do their job and block him one-on-one. But it's twofold. Schematically, we have to help those guys from time to time, and the player has to play, against that guy one-on-one from time to time.
Von Miller and Khalil Mack, both great edge players. What's the biggest difference between the two?
Wow, it's not much in my opinion. He's a bigger man than Von. I think Von's a better space player than he is. But they're both guys who can wreck the game. If you don't account for those guys with your scheme, and obviously players blocking them one-on-one, it can be a long day for you.
The Raiders, they struggled last week, but how important is it to kind of underscore day? This was a 12-14, 2-1. It's a very good team.
Right, they struggled. We struggled, so I don't want to hear about their struggles. Okay, we struggled also, so that won't be an issue, for both teams. But it's a big game for both teams. It's a divisional game. It's a home game for us. So for us, it's a 2-for-1. So I don't want to hear about their struggles. We struggle enough for both teams.
Speaking of that, there were some, I think, 4 25-yard passes against your secondary. What was the issue there?
The issue there was just execution, and they had a good game plan versus our coverage. Most teams, if they play us in normal splits, we can go out there and jam those guys and win our one-on-ones. But they condensed the splits, and they forced us to have great eyes, as far as run and pass game, and we didn't have great eyes. So that led to big plays in the pass game. the boot action obviously, gave us issues as far as, our defensive backs not putting their eyes in the right spots. Seeing the run, it wasn't run, it was pass. So they did a great job of game planning against us.
Coach, are you any closer to a decision on left guard, or are you going to just keep doing what you're doing?
I think we're satisfied with that position, with both guys getting reps. So it's been really good for us. It's kept both guys fresh, and going forward, it'd probably stay the same.
How does Paxton Lynch come along with his recovery? And is there any sort of timetable on
Right.
anything like that?
Paxton's rehabbing hard every day, and obviously it's a throwing shoulder, so we want to make sure he's 100% healthy before we bring him back to the field. So I'm not sure, but he is rehabbing hard, and he's getting better every day.
How important is it to go into get a win, go to the bye week, 3-1 as opposed to 3-2?
Well, it's huge for us because we break our season up into 4 quarters. So this is the fourth game of the first quarter. So to be 3-1 in the fourth quarter is huge for us. We've talked about that. Getting off to a great start, which leads to the future being bright for us. So it's a huge game for us.
But the NFL has tweaked its wording quite a bit in the last few years to help better define a catch and that kind of thing. Are coaches and staffs any closer to truly understanding that, or does this continue to be kind of a perplexing deal?
I don't know. I've watched a lot of football, in my days, and I don't know. And obviously the play we had on Sunday with Emmanuel Sanders, I mean, it can go both ways, and they made a point about him not finishing the catch, and I can see that because he caught the ball, he was turning, and he never really gathered himself as far as being upright. So I can see that point. So that call can go both ways. So
it can be confusing.
That doesn't bother me.
Because you could also say that he took 2 steps as
right.
well while he was kind of.
Here's what I would say about that. He should have caught the ball. Right? He catch the ball, not a conversation.
We know the fans love a rivalry. As a coach, as players, as an organization, what makes a good rivalry?
What makes a good rivalry, I think, when both teams are competitive, and Sunday it's going to be fun. Both teams are 2-1. Obviously Oakland's a playoff team. We want to be a playoff team. Both teams have star players on their roster. So I think to make it a rivalry, both teams have to win some and lose some. And obviously both teams we split last year with this football team. So it's a real rivalry in my opinion.
Time for a few more for the coach.
You mentioned the struggle.
Go ahead, Nikki. I skipped Nikki last time. I got to go back to Nikki. Okay.
What is the key to trying to stop a guy like
Marshawn Lynch, is the gang tackleist guy. The best thing he does is break tackles. I mean, he averages after contact 3 yards. That's a special talent he has. So we have to gang tackle. We have to chase the ball, and you can't assume the first guy's got him, because if you do that, the first guy's not really going to get him all the time. So we have to put in effort, and chase the ball. That's the main thing.
With the struggles you mentioned then today, are you pleased with the mindset that you've seen today from the players and putting those behind them?
Yes. I thought today was better than last Wednesday. Last Wednesday was not good. We practiced, but it wasn't with the spirit that we have practiced with. Today, we've gotten back to that, so I can feel it, they can feel it. So hopefully our urgency is back, to win, and we're desperate to win again. That's the key.
Okay, thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you guys. All right, bye-bye.